Thursday 20th of August, and we've come down across the country, less than a tank of fuel to come across the country, which is kind of interesting. But we're at Waikanae Estuary, north of Wellington. So we were kind of hoping that we would be able to see the South Island when the sun came out this morning, but I think the headland of the estuary is out a little bit far, and as you can see, it's really cloudy. It's not raining, that's a positive, but it's very cloudy. So even if we could see, the headland's out too far to see the South Island, so that's a little bit disappointing, but that's okay. We'll be back in the South Island tomorrow night, as we are on the ferry tomorrow afternoon, and I hope the clouds lift a little bit so we can see stuff when we're on the ferry, you know, from island to island. Today is we into Wellington, and we're sorting out Ruby's passport. Hopefully we can get that sorted out, and other than that, it's just waiting around for that ferry, really. But this is a pretty good spot. There's a lot of activity happening. There was fishermen setting up, well, constantly, but since pre-dawn they've been coming in, and they're putting nets out for something. I'm not sure what they're putting nets out for. And then a lot of people coming and walking their dogs. So this is a really good recreational area. We're only allowed to stay here for 24 hours. Normally you get a couple of days, but there's only 4 spots. And it's got one of those toilets that plays jazz music. Ruby wanted to stay a little bit longer just to listen to the music. There's a few of them. I don't think we've got them in WA. I've never used them in WA, but they certainly had them in the eastern states, and they're all automatic and you push buttons and stuff. This one's not too bad, but some of them, when you press a button to get the toilet paper, you spend the whole time sitting there pressing the button to get enough toilet paper out. So God forbid if you really needed toilet paper. Anyway, that's our travels at this stage. We've had some really interesting few days, and it's all going very well, and the next couple of weeks will be interesting too, to see where we end up and what we end up doing, but we've got options. Green light's flashing, it means no one's in here. You got 10 minutes, people. We are north of Wellington. This is the main road in from the north part of the island into Wellington, and we've been watching these waves just about smash over onto the water, and I hope it settles down for our boat trip tomorrow. And up in the mountains a little bit, they've gone up now, is the train system, so you can catch a train into town, I guess. So the other hazard that you have to watch out for in New Zealand is this water and the grass that looks really beautiful and green and flat. But yesterday we had a phone call on our new New Zealand phone number, and we're all excited because, you know, obviously the jobs and stuff. Ruby put it on speaker, and then I pulled over onto a grassy verge,